everyone, how are you? Welcome back to 10 Tips to Really Start Feeling Yourself. I am Mrs. Irene Hunter, certified life coach, author of I'm Feeling Myself, A Woman's Guide to Confidence, mommy, wife, woman of God, and entrepreneur. How are you? So glad that you are back. Today's tip is going to be on personality type. You need to know who you are and what type of person you are. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 types of women today. Okay, now the first person, everyone, is the pessimist. We're going to call her Paula the pessimist. Okay, are you Paula? Let me give you some characteristics on Paula the pessimist. Let me pull out my notes right here. All right, now Paula's negative. She has a very closed mind. Every idea, every solution to her problem, she doesn't bite. There's a negative remark for everything. Nothing is good. Nothing is positive. Nothing's positive is going to happen in her life or yours. You're Paula's girlfriend. You're Paula's sister. You're Paula's cousin. And guess what? She's a drag to talk to. She got man problems, money problems, female problems, problems with her kids. She never has anything positive to say, and any help you offer her, she shoots it down. That's Paula. That's one of her characteristics. Negative, negative, negative. Okay? Paula has had some bad experiences. She relives those experiences every day. Does that sound like you or somebody you know? Something happened 20 years ago. She talks about it till this day like it happened yesterday. When you offer to help her get past those feelings, it's not possible. She relives them daily. And she wants to relive your bad experiences and your mistakes daily. That's one of Paula's characteristics. Does that sound like you? I don't know. Let's see here. Now, here's a little bit of an inside tip. People who are pessimists, they lack confidence. They don't feel worthy. That's why everything is bad, nothing is good, and if it is good, it's a fake. Right? Have you ever heard that? Oh, she won the lottery, or she got a good job. Oh, she must have slept with that person. Or, oh, you have a new house? Oh, it must be a rental house. Just ridiculous. Everything is negative to Paula. Nothing is positive. She doesn't believe she's worthy of anything good happening in her life because she's been disappointed before. See, Paula's human. She's had hopes and dreams and ideas. And one way or another, she was disappointed in her life. Those ideas were shot down. Those desires burned out after a while. So what she does to protect herself from further hurt and pain is push everything away. Everything is negative. Nothing good is going to happen. So if I don't get my hopes up, I won't get disappointed. That's what Paula does. That's a defensive mechanism. Well, guess what, Paula? It's not going to work. You're not going to be that extraordinary, sexy woman that you were born to be with that attitude. And let me tell you one thing, ladies. I am a studier. I will read, I will go to seminars and webinars and conferences and go and get certified and all of this great stuff. But this is one thing I know. Nobody had to tell me this. I didn't read it. I didn't hear it anywhere. But what defines your worthiness is being here on this earth. Your very existence justifies your worthiness. So you're worthy simply because you are born. Now, once you understand that you are, number one, worthy of everything you desire in your heart, you are worthy for that abundant lifestyle. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about abundance and joy and happiness and pleasure. You're worthy to have that. Having an abundant life is not reserved for a certain type of person. It's for everyone who walks on the face of this planet. So if you are Paula the pessimist, that is what you do need to know. You are worthy of everything that you want and everything that you desire. That is where your confidence comes in. Knowing that you're worthy is number one, and your confidence will come. Okay? Now, does that sound like you or somebody you know? I don't know. Let's see. Now, before I get over to the next personality type, I want to share with you, checking my notes in my handy dandy notebook. I want you to look at an idea. This is another tip for a person who's a pessimist. This is a psychological technique that we use. I work in mental health as well, add on to one of my titles, but it's called reframing. Okay? So here's an example. You're a pessimist, right? Everything is negative. Nothing is worth doing. Nothing positive is going to happen. Everything is bad, 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 right? Okay. Imagine this. Your frame is black. It's dark, it's dreary, it's ugly. And every idea, every event, every situation you've ever experienced is in that dark, ugly, nasty frame. Okay? Anything you put in that frame is going to be ugly and dark and grungy. Okay? That's what the whole pessimistic frame looks like. So we're going to reframe that. Reframing just means changing the way you look at ideas, events, and experiences and your emotions. Looking at it differently, putting a more positive spin on those things I just named. Your emotions, your ideas, your experiences, and the events that you have in your life. Okay? So let's reframe that ugly, dark frame. Let's color it pink. Even if you don't like pink, just imagine it. Let's reframe it. Paint it pink. So that experience, that emotion, that idea, let's put a little bit of positive light on each situation. It looks differently, doesn't it? Imagine black, dark, ugly. And then you have this pretty pink frame. All your experiences, your ideas, your desires, your emotions, they're all in this pink frame. It looks a little better, doesn't it? So if you are Paula the pessimist, that is how you can start to change your ideas, change your emotions, change your experiences. Instead of saying, hey, that new beautiful home your friend bought, instead of saying, oh, it must be a rental, change the thought. She's a new homeowner. Wonderful, good for her. Okay? Instead of saying, oh, I'm not worthy of anything, nothing good is going to happen to me, reframe it. I am worthy. All that I desire, all the good that I desire in my life is going to happen. Okay? Reframe. Change it. Put a positive spin on everything. Practice doing that, Paula, the pessimist, and I guarantee miracles will start happening in your life. Changes will start happening and you will start feeling yourself way more. Okay, so let's move on really quickly to the next person. That is the optimist. This is my favorite type of person. We're going to name her Octavia. Octavia the optimist. All right, so let's see. What are the tips that Miss Octavia has? Well, not even the tips, but what are her characteristics? Let's see in my notes. Miss Octavia is positive. She is a happy, happy person. Everything is good. She sees the good in everybody and the good in every situation. She rarely shows that she is upset, angry, irritated, anxious. She rarely shows it. She's human, so she has those emotions, but she rarely shows it. Octavia is full of confidence. She is not in competition with anybody. She is genuinely happy for you when you give her good news. It doesn't matter if you say, hey Octavia, I want to become a bunny. She's going to praise you and say excellent for you if that is what you want to do. And you know, a lot of people don't like her. I'll get to those people in a minute. But a lot of people say, Octavia, you're too cheerful. You're too happy. That's not real life. You don't like you. You must be pretending. It must be something wrong with Octavia. No, it's not. It's a great way. See, Octavia has already reframed her whole life. She puts a positive spin on everything. But I do have a tip for that person. If you are an optimist, I do have a tip. And yes, you get a tip, even though you're happy. Okay? Octavia, you are a human. Okay? It's okay to show that you are frustrated or angry or sad. Life happens to everybody. It doesn't not happen to you because you're a positive person. Okay? It happens to you. There are going to be experiences that are not so comfortable. Things you don't like, things you don't understand, things that push you really hard. But the great thing about you, Octavia, is you know life is for you. And that experiences and obstacles are not here to destroy you, but they are here to grow you up, to build some muscle. And once you knock down those obstacles and you go through those experiences and you learn and you grow, you come out better than you were when you went in. That is what I love about the optimist in Octavia. That is what I love about her. She knows that life is for her and not against her, and she keeps pushing. But there's a thin line between not showing your anger, your frustration. You don't have to vent to the entire world, but it's okay to show it. Okay? You're human. We know that you have good days and bad days. But Octavia, keep being positive. Positivity begets more positivity. You get back what you give out. So keep being who you are. I love you. All right? So that is the second type of person. And all of you ladies who are optimists, I'm going to name you all Octavia right now. Okay? So keep being positive. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay? All right. So this is my handy dandy notes, and I want to get to the very last person. And this is one of my favorites too, because I hear this a lot. I hear this from really close friends and relatives, and you know, it gets on my nerves. I'm going to tell you. The life coach just said something gets on her nerves. It does. Okay? This third person is, drum roll, the realist. Have you ever heard a person say, oh, I'm a realist? That can't happen. That won't happen. That's too hard. That's impossible. It takes too long. I'm a realist. Have you heard about that person? Or are you that person? Well, let me tell you about yourself, realist. What does it mean when you say you're a realist? What does it mean? I'll tell you. It means that you only believe in what you see currently. You believe in your current state. Your state is your way of being. Your state is your life, your day to day. That's all you see. And for most of us, what do? We get up in the morning, we go to work, we go to a job we really don't like, right? We sit in traffic, we pick up our kids, we go home, we cook dinner, we go to bed, right? That's your real life. Now, you don't love this life, but the realist just accepts it. They don't look beyond what their current state is. They just stay in this situation. They don't like it, but they accept it because it's more realistic than changing your life, right? See, a realist isn't focused on the future. They're not focused on the possibilities. They're not focused on the things that they can't see. If you focus on what you currently see and you never focus on the bigger picture, the things that you can't see yet, you'll never get to that place. If you say, I want to be a millionaire, right now I'm a thousandaire, and I want to be a millionaire. But if you focus on your current bank account, you'll never get to the $1 million. If you focus on $1 million activities, excuse me, I can't talk, $1 million lifestyle, $1,000,000 business deals. If you focus on the things that you can't see, one day you will see it. You have to think about the future. But see, the realist just worries about what's real right now, which is along the lines of being a pessimist, because you're not believing in the things that are unseen. You're not encouraging yourself or other people. And the realists are also the people who will tell you what you can and cannot do. And let me tell you another tip about a realist, okay? One more tip. A realist has a closed mind. They only go off of their experiences. So if a realist only knows that 9 to 5, going to work, sitting in traffic, picking up the kids, going home, cooking dinner, putting the kids to sleep, waking up, and say the realist is a truck driver. Nothing wrong with truck drivers. Here in Philadelphia, they make good money. But let's just say they're a truck driver. All their friends are truck drivers. Everybody does the same thing. You come along and you say, hey, I want to be an astronaut. The realist has no idea on how to become an astronaut. We're going to name this realist Rita. Okay? Rita has no idea what it takes to become an astronaut. All she knows is being a truck driver. So you know what she's going to say to you? That can't happen. You're too old. You're too young. You got to go back to school? What? Why? You can't do that. It's not going to work. You know why? Because Rita's in a box. The trash truck box. And that's all she knows, and that's all she draws off is those experiences. Her mind isn't open. Okay? And when you say, hey Rita, why would you say that? She'll say, I'm a realist. And that's not possible. Don't let anybody tell you what's possible and what's not. You can do, excuse my language, whatever the hell you want to do. Whatever you physically are able to do, you can do it. There have been people who have been paralyzed, blind, okay, 2 broken legs, 2 broken arms, and have gotten up and walked, okay? There are people who were blind who can see better than me. There are people who were left for dead who were up, walking around, doing great things. You can do whatever you physically want to do. So if you want to be an astronaut, go to Google, look up what you need to do, and do it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. And if you don't believe in Christ, if you believe in Buddha or Allah or Muhammad, it doesn't matter. The highest is the highest. Okay? God is God. So you can do whatever. Okay? So don't let the Rita, the realist, tell you what you can and cannot do. Now, are you a realist? Have you said that before, or do you know somebody that is? You have to know who you are and what kind of person you are before you can really move to that next level of really feeling yourself and being happy with your life and being happy with who you are. You have to know what kind of person you are. You have to know what's been holding you back, what type of thought patterns have been holding you hostage. So whether you are an optimist, a pessimist, a realist, or whatever else that ends with ist, whatever you are, you have to know what thoughts, what experiences, what boxes have you been putting yourself in that is hindering you from moving forward. Okay? Now, I would give you homework. I'm not going to. But if you want to, write it down. What thoughts have you been having? What experiences have you had? What box have you put yourself in? Check it off. I'm a pessimist. I'm a realist. I'm an optimist. And work towards changing those ideas, changing those emotions about those experiences. Okay? All right, let me see what else I have in my notes. And you know what? Like I said, guys, knowing who you are is the #1 most important hurdle to get over. Being truthful about who you are. Okay? Tell the truth. That is the #1 thing. Who are you, Rita? Who are you, Paula? Who are you, Octavia? All right? Tell the truth about who you are. Reframe your thoughts. Okay? Get out of competition with people. Excuse me, I have my notes. And focus on what you want, ladies, rather than what you don't want. Like I said, where your focus goes, energy flows. So if you are focused on your current state, like the realist, and you're not focused on the future, you're going to stay in your current state. You'll never get to that future place. If you focus on being in competition, you'll always be in competition and you'll never win. If you focus on what you can't do, what the realist told you can't do, what the pessimist told you can't do, you won't do it. Energy is real. It is flowing inside of us. It's all around us. Energy is real. If you're into science, look it up. Energy is real. We are made up of energy. Your thoughts are energy. Change it. Reframe it. Okay? Alright, now listen guys, I would love for you to comment right below this video. I want to know about your experiences with a pessimist, a realist, or an optimist. I want to know if you fit those three categories. I want to know what you thought about this video and how it helped you. Okay? And also hit me up on Facebook and Instagram at Elevate Me Irene. We have a good time on social media. We have a great time. We have pictures and funny videos sometimes. But yes, Elevate Me Irene. Facebook and Instagram. Come visit. Alright, now stay tuned. Video 3 will be coming shortly. Stay close to social media. I will be posting and emailing you guys, especially for those who are on my mailing list. And also, if you haven't gotten your copy of I'm Feeling Myself, go and download it now. Won't be available for too much longer. Alright, so I'm signing off. Again, I am Mrs. Irene Hunter. Love ya. Bye-bye.